doctor told me at that point, there's a 50% chance, greater than 50% chance that she's going to lose her uterus. There's a 10% chance that she will develop sepsis and herself die. That weighs on me. I voted for that bill. These are affecting people. What we do matters.
There's a mix of emotion you might feel in hearing someone who has committed a terrible wrong express remorse for their actions. This video of Republican State Representative Neal went viral because of the strong feelings his testimony evoked when he admitted that the fetal heartbeat bill he voted for is causing tragic harm to South Carolinians. It's understandable if what you feel is rage, anger, or frustration that this man did not act to prevent the state from trying to subjugate birth givers into forced pregnancies and life-threatening miscarriages. But I want to talk about how important Neal's admission is, and though I don't think this guy is any hero, how critical it is to make space for people who admit that they're wrong. Following the overturning of Roe v. Wade and a half-century of precedent, the GOP has become the dog that caught the car. Yelling about apocryphal Democrats killing babies was great for campaigning and lining their pockets, but now that they're actually passing all these draconian laws that they've been threatening for decades, it's clear that the very real blood of innocent lives is on their hands, as these laws are killing and maiming pregnant people.
A 19-year-old girl appeared at the ER. She was 15 weeks pregnant. Her water broke. And the fetus was unviable. The standard of care was to advise her that they could extract or she could go home. The attorneys told the doctors that because of the fetal heartbeat bill, because that 15-week-old had a heartbeat, the doctors could not extract. So their only choices were to admit the 19-year-old until that fetal heartbeat stopped. I asked, how long does it take to stop? She said seconds, minutes, hours, maybe days. Or discharge. They discharged that 19-year-old.
It is shameful that the anti-intellectualism of the right wing has deafened them to the advice of doctors, scientists, and experts in their field. But reality is much harder to ignore, and the terrible implications of these cruel laws is now taking effect. Representative Neal didn't believe that this would be the case, but he's now hearing it from people he knows where he lives. Plenty of folks on the right wing would continue to deny reality and cling to their fantasy of moral superiority. But a crack in that dam is appearing here, and we progressives need to seize on that so that we can make the most of this moment and try to turn things around. And here's something some people might not want to hear. It's fun to win arguments, and especially with the facts so strongly on our side, when the other side starts to crack, it's easy to pile on. Much of what we need to do is about firing up and mobilizing our base, but making space for people to admit that they're wrong and then learn to repair the harms that they have done is an important part of how we move forward. For some who have been through enough trauma, I get it. It's okay to be done with these people. But for those who have or can grow their capacity, there is a lot of important work to be done here. Being ready to change your opinions based on new information is a core tenet of liberalism. So it seems like in this case, even Republicans are learning to be a little bit more liberal. Where there's life, there's hope. And let's just hope that more folks can find it in their hearts to change.